Hello students. Today we are going to take units and measurements, okay, which is the basic topic of physics. You all know that physics is the branch of science that studies all the phenomena, okay, which occur on the globe. Now when you are studying all phenomena, suppose I give you a very simple example. I take a ball and I throw the ball on the opposite wall. Now when I am throwing the ball, we need to study the motion of the ball. This is also studied in physics. Now how do we study the motion? I need to know what is the distance the ball has traveled. Then I need to know what is the speed of the ball. I need to know in which direction the ball is moving. I need to know what is the time that is taken. But jab I am finding out the distance, I am finding out the speed, I want to know the time. So I am measuring these quantities, and therefore it is very important for them as measurements to be studied in physics. Okay. Now also, if I am measuring the distance, I am saying the distance is to be measured in meter. So ये जो meter है, that's a standard, and therefore that is a unit. So in this particular chapter, we are going to study units and measurement. Now what is to be measured? I'll ask you that. Okay. Suppose children, I ask you to measure the pen. So what will happen is, you will be super confused कि मुझे measure करना क्या है. Ma'am is asking to measure the pen. To measure the pen means exactly what to measure. But when I say measure the length of the pen, या फिर I say measure the mass of the pen, so what happens is, you take a scale and you measure the length of a pen. तब समझ में आएगा कि measure करना क्या है. If I say measure mass, you know what is to be measured. So and you know that mass can be measured. So in examples में क्या हुआ है? In these three examples, when I said measure the pen, you were confused. But when I asked you to measure the length of the pen, you could easily think of taking a scale and measuring the length. If I ask you measure the mass of the pen, you could take a weighing balance and you would measure the mass of the pen. So what has happened is, when I say measure the pen, I can't measure it. But when you're saying that you have to measure the length and the mass, it can be measured. So what is the difference between the pen and what is the mass and the length? The pen is the matter. What is the pen? It's an object. Object, I can't measure the object, but I can measure the properties of the object, the parameters of the object. And the properties are, in this case, I gave an example as length and mass. That can be measured. So, in short, I can say anything that can be measured is called as a physical quantity. समझ में आया? What is a physical quantity? So, physical quantity is nothing but any measurable property of matter. I ask you measure the room, so you will be confused कि measure करना क्या है. लेकिन if I ask you measure the length of the room, you will take a scale and measure it, measuring tape. I ask you measure the breadth of the room, you will again take a measuring tape and measure the breadth of the room. ठीक है ना? तो length and breadth can be measured, and therefore they come under the category of what? Physical quantity. Okay. So what is a physical quantity? It is anything that can be measured. So a quantity which is measurable is called as a physical quantity. In short, I will say any measurable property of matter is called as physical quantity. For like example, pen is a matter, but if I can measure the length of pen, length is the physical quantity. I can measure the mass of pen, mass is a physical quantity. I give you water and ask you to measure the temperature of water, temperature is a physical quantity. Is clear now? These physical quantities are of two types, right? Physical quantities are of two types. One is called as a fundamental physical quantity. These are of how many types? Two types. One is called as a fundamental physical quantity, fundamental. And another one is called as a derived physical quantity. Another one is called as what? derived physical quantity. अब ये fundamental क्या है and what is a derived quantity? Let's try to understand. See, I give you again an example. I ask you to measure the length of a room. What you'll do? You'll take the measuring tape and measure the length. Correct? I ask you to measure the breadth of a room. Again, you'll take a measuring tape and you'll measure the breadth of a room. So you can directly measure the length and breadth by using kya? Instrument. Isn't it? Instrument, measuring instrument. If I ask you measure the mass of 1 kg of sugar, so what you'll do, you'll take a weighing machine, weighing balance, and you will take sugar in one side and 1 kg of sugar mass in other side, and you will measure the mass easily by taking weighing balance. I ask you measure the temperature of water. You take thermometer and you dip in water and you get the temperature of water. These examples show that you can directly measure these quantities. Length can be directly measured by the measuring tape. Mass can be directly measured by the weighing machine. The temperature can be directly measured by use of what? Thermometer. But if I ask you to find out the volume of the room, या फिर if I ask you to find out the area of the room, then what happens? You can't do directly. So what you have to do is, to find out the area, you basically first will get the length, then you will find the breadth, and then you will multiply the length and breadth to get what? The area. तो इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? I am not able to find out the area directly, but I am using the formula to get the area. If I ask you to find out the volume of a room, तो आप क्या करोगे? You will find the length, you will find the breadth, you will find the height, you will multiply, put it in the formula, multiply, and then you get the volume. ठीक है ना? So this area and volume, if I ask you density of water, तो फिर भी you can't directly find out. For finding out the density of water, what you're going to do is, you're going to find out the mass first, then you're going to find out the volume, and then use the formula mass upon volume to get the density. ठीक है? All these examples which I have given are not measured, cannot be measured directly. They are measured indirectly. These quantities which are measured indirectly are called as which quantities? Derived quantities. So I think I have made it very clear what is a fundamental quantity and what is a derived quantity. So if we know what is the fundamental quantity and what is derived quantity, so let's go by next. So fundamental quantity का definition देखो क्या है? What is a fundamental quantity? It is a basic quantity which is a base quantity. ठीक है ना? Fundamental है तो basic है, and cannot be derived from any other quantity. It cannot be measured with the help of any other. It is independent for its measurement. That particular quantity is called as what? Fundamental. अगर हमें examples देने हैं तो length, mass, time, temperature, all these are the examples of fundamental quantities. What are the derived quantities? Derived quantity is a physical quantity which depends upon, जैसे area है, length into breadth, it is depending upon two quantities. या फिर volume है, it is length into breadth into height, it is depending upon three quantities. So these are the quantities which basically are derived from more than one fundamental quantity, and these quantities are called as what? Derived quantities. Okay, I think the definition is clear. Example is these many. Speed का formula क्या है? Distance upon time. It requires distance, it requires time. Therefore, it is dependent upon two fundamental quantities. It's a derived quantity. Velocity is what? Displacement upon time. या फिर acceleration, velocity upon time. या फिर force, mass into acceleration. या फिर momentum is a product of mass and velocity, so m into v. Then it is torque is nothing but force into time, so f into t. Force into moment arm, that is for f into r. Okay, then energy is the work done, so work done is force into displacement. Pressure is force upon area. ये सारी जो quantities हैं, These are the quantities which are depending upon more than one physical quantity for its expression, for its measurement. Therefore, they are called as derived quantities. I think you have got it. For physical quantities, any measurable property of matter. There are two types of quantities. One is a fundamental quantity, another is called as a derived quantity. Fundamental is one which is directly measured. Derived is the quantity which is indirectly measured. Here it is that fundamental quantities are not derived from any other fundamental physical quantity. Derived quantities are measured or expressed or derived from more than one physical fundamental quantity, and therefore they are called as derived quantities. Now think about, if length is a fundamental quantity, तो उसका जो unit है वो मीटर है, तो मीटर is called as a fundamental unit. तो simple definition हुआ, any unit which is used for the fundamental quantities are called as fundamental units, and the units which are used for derived quantities are called as derived units. So let us figure out what is a unit. पहले तो let's try to understand what is a unit. Unit is a standard that is used for measurement of a physical quantity. That is called as a unit. A standard reference that is used for the measurement. If somebody asks me length और मैंने कहा कि मुझे kg में measure करना है, can I do that? No, because the standard used for measurement of a length is meter. So I have to measure it in meter, centimeter, kilometer and all that stuff. ठीक है ना? So unit is nothing but it's a standard that is used to measure a given physical quantity. So that's nothing but standard, and it is basically used universally accepted. Okay, so if it is universally accepted, then that standard reference is said to be as what? A unit. Fundamental units are the units that are basically used for which quantities? Base quantities or fundamental quantities. Those are called as what? Fundamental units. Example, length के लिए meter है, तो meter is fundamental. For mass it is kilogram, so it is a fundamental unit. Time के लिए second है, तो it's a fundamental unit. Then derived units are nothing but these are the units which are used for the derived quantities, and those are called as which units? Derived units. And therefore examples would be meter per second. Meter per second is a unit of what? Velocity या फिर speed, distance upon time. Distance is measured in meter, time is measured in second. So meter per second. या फिर kg per meter cube. Density. Density is mass upon volume. So mass is measured in kg, volume is measured in cube. So kg per meter cube. I think that's clear to everyone. Similarly, kg meter per second square, kg meter square per second square, and then these are all the examples of what? The derived units. I think that should be clear to everyone. Now we will see what are the system of units. You know now what are fundamental, what are quantities? Physical quantities. You know how many types of physical quantities are there. And now we are going to see कि ये सारे जो fundamental quantities and derived quantities, fundamental units and derived units taken together, okay, taken together in a system as a complete set, that is nothing but called as the system of units. What is it called? It's called as a system of units. A complete set of both the fundamental and the derived quantities overall is called as a system of units. So dear students, there were many number of systems that were used long back. Today you find that there universally accepted one system is being used, which is SI system. Lekin before that there were many systems that were used, and these systems were basically using different set of units. But when a common decision was taken that there would be a standard system of units, then what would that standard be and what is the characteristic of a standard unit? कोई भी यूनिट अगर हमें लेना है तो उसको हमें स्टैंडर्ड कैसे एक्सेप्ट करना है, राइट? द वेरी फर्स्ट थिंग इज दैट अ यूनिट विच हैज टू बी स्टैंडर्ड मस्ट हैव द फॉलोइंग रिक्वायरमेंट्स. फर्स्ट थिंग इज इट शुड बी वेल डिफाइंड यूनिट. प्रॉपरली वेल डिफाइंड यूनिट होना चाहिए. यू कांट जस्ट से that length of my arm is nothing but the standard of a length. We can't do that because it's not well defined. You have to well define the unit. Second thing is it should be of suitable size. अगर स्टैंडर्ड यूनिट हमें मानना है कोई भी, तो वो suitable size का होना चाहिए. I want to measure something which is in micro, न्यूक्लियॉन्स के बीच का डिस्टेंस मेजर करना है, and somebody gives me a meter scale. Is it possible? Is it standard there? Those meter scale is a standard unit, okay, measuring instrument, but then we can't use it because it's of not suitable size. It should not be very large, nor shall it be very small. Agar it is according to what is the requirement, then you call that unit as a standard unit. The unit must be reproducible at all the places. हर जगह वो unit available होना चाहिए. It must be available at all the places, reproducible at all the places. It should not change from place to place, nor should it change from time to time. So any unit cannot be, if it is suppose in Nasik, I measure the density of water and it is 1 gram per cc, and you go somewhere 1000 gram per cc, and you go somewhere in Mumbai and the density of the same water will change. Place to place, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. It cannot happen like this. If that happens, that's not a standard unit. So standard unit must remain same even if there is a change in the place and change in the time. Okay. It should not change with physical conditions. Physical conditions में अगर temperature change होता है या फिर pressure change होता है, फिर भी you should find that there should be no change in the unit. Only then you can call that unit as a standard unit. So it should be easily accessible. Everybody should be able to use it. Okay. So if the unit is following or fulfilling all these characteristics, then you can call this unit as a standard unit. Okay. Then it is called as what? A standard unit. Okay. So characteristic of unit. Now, as I said, there are different systems of units. So different countries used different systems. So let's figure out which were the countries that use different systems. So these are basically the system of units that were used. First system is FPS system. Which is the system? FPS system. Now what is this FPS system? FPS system is nothing but foot, pound and second. Foot, pound and second. Okay? This system FPS is a Britain system. इसकी origin कहाँ पर है? It is in Britain. The system is in, its origin is in Britain. The length was measured in foot. The mass is measured in pound. And the time is measured in second. In which system? FPS system. Whereas CGS system and MK system are the system whose origin is in France, from France. इसका origin कहाँ से है? फ्रांस से. ये जो है CGS is centimeter, gram and second, and MKS is meter, kilogram and second. So these were the measurement of length, mass and time. I think I'm clear with this. But long ago, what happened is all the scientists basically decided that there should be a common system that is to be used worldwide. And that common system to be used worldwide was recognized as the System International. Just advanced version of MK system is your System International. Iska origin is from France. Okay. The System International basically is the scheme of symbols, units, uske jo abbreviations hai, ye develop kahan kiye gaye the? It was developed by General Conference on Weights and Measures in 1971. And there it was decided that this would be the common system to be used worldwide. Okay. And therefore, scientific, technical, industrial, commercial work for every international usage and the innovations and the discoveries, SI system was to be used for the measurements of the different physical quantities. I think I'm clear with this. Now we will be studying what is all in the SI system. SI system में है क्या? So basically in SI system you will find that there are 7 fundamental units or quantities and plus 2 supplementary fundamental quantities. इसका मतलब है पूरे physics में सिर्फ और सिर्फ there are 7 fundamental and 2 supplementary fundamental quantities. बाकी सारे जो quantities हैं, all those quantities are derived quantities. So let us see what are the fundamental quantities. So let's see that. Okay, so fundamental units in SI system. So let's see that how many fundamental quantities are there in SI system. So basically when we are studying about this, we find something like this. Okay, so now what happens is you will find that there are 7. This is the first system, length, first fundamental quantity, and this okay. So we have first is length, second is mass, third one is time, fourth is electric current, fifth is thermodynamic temperature, sixth is light intensity, seventh is amount of substance. So these are the fundamental quantities. Yes, 7 fundamental quantities है. Now length is measured in its उसका symbol जो है L है. And it is measured in meter. It is measured in what? Meter. और उसका symbol जो है, it is small m. What is the symbol? It is small m. Similarly, mass is denoted by m and it is measured in kilogram. Okay, and its symbol is unit का symbol जो है वो kg है. अब ये यहाँ पे भी significance है. आगे जाके we are going to go for dimensions. There is something called as a physical quantity, which is a derived quantity, can be represented in the form of dimensions. Dimensional formula के terms में हम लिख सकते हैं, and therefore these symbols have the significance. Okay, so then time is denoted by capital T, whereas it is measured in seconds, and the symbol of second is what? S. Similarly, the fourth quantity is electric current. The symbol of it can be A, या फिर in dimensions you can also write it as what? I. And the unit of it is ampere, whereas the symbol of ampere is capital A. Ampere is the name of a scientist. Okay. Then the fifth quantity is thermodynamic temperature. In dimensional analysis it is denoted by K, या फिर it is also denoted by theta. It is also denoted by what? Theta. And the unit of that is Kelvin. This Kelvin is written as what? Capital K. How is Kelvin written? Capital K. Similarly, the sixth quantity is light intensity. Light intensity, it is denoted by candela CD. Its unit is candela, but if you are taking the dimensions, it will be denoted by CD as a fundamental physical quantity, and its unit is candela. And the symbol of that is small c into d. Whereas dimensions में जब आप लिखोगे तो it is capital C into D, लेकिन जब आप symbol लिखोगे तो it will be small c into D, because candela is the name of a scientist. और ये rule होता है while writing a unit that even if it is written, if it is named after a person, if you write in symbol, it will be written in capital letter, otherwise it will be written in the small letter. Okay. So then the last is amount of substance. Amount of substance ka, it is denoted by mole, MOLE, and its unit is MOLE, denoted by symbol kya hai uska? MOL. Then we have another supplementary fundamental quantities, which is plane angle and solid angle. Ye 7 or ye +2. So these are 7 + 2 fundamental quantities. Plane angle is d theta, which is radian, unit is rad, and steradian, which is equal to, this is denoted by d omega, unit is steradian, and it is denoted by SR. Okay, it is denoted by SR. Plane angle ka unit hai radian, and the solid angle's unit is steradian. It is denoted by d theta, and it is denoted by d omega. I think this is clear. The first fundamental physical quantities of the in SI system, they are 7 + 2 the supplementary fundamental quantities. Now we will deal with what is the meaning of a plane angle and a solid angle. We'll only deal with that and we'll finish it today. Okay, so today we have seen the 7 fundamental quantities along with the 2 supplementary fundamental quantities. In 2 supplementary fundamental quantities, we have plane angle and solid angle. So this we will be seeing in the next lecture, what is exactly the plane angle and the solid angle. For today, I would say bye bye. Enjoy your day, study hard. Thank you very much.